Our stock uploader is starting with Adobe, and of course we have to take a closer look how you get accepted and how Adobe works. Hello and welcome back here on the Flying channel. The first step to your Adobe account is, of course, very obvious. You need to register, but what is not so obvious, to find the Adobe Contributor program. It's very hidden on the Adobe site, so simply go to a search engine of your choice and type in Adobe Contributor, and then you will see here this site, and this is the one where you have to click on to go to the contributor program. Now you can click on sign in, and of course you can sign in with Facebook or with Google, but what I recommend to you, because it's also working better with the auto login of the Flying Stock Upload, create an account simply with your mail here and then type in all your info. And then in the next step we have a look at Adobe itself. If you logged in into your contributor account or registered, then you go to your dashboard and it will look exactly like this. So you have your 12-week trend bar and also down below your portfolio that will grow in the future, hopefully. Adobe itself is very simple and very user-friendly. I mean, you can click through the points and you will also see it in a moment. When we go to the upload process, it's basically just upload your image, put in your keywords and your title, and then submit it. The thing you have to keep care at the beginning is to get accepted in the contributor program, or better said, your first works should get accepted in the contributor program. Don't worry, it's not a test or a hard test to pass. It's basically that they check initially if you are a win for Adobe, let's say it like that, to make it like a win-win for you and for Adobe, so that you're not just stealing elements or designs from somewhere in the internet and then publish it on here on Adobe. Of course, they want contributors that bring own creations, own works to the platform, and then if you do this and if you keep and stick to the rules, you're able to sell your work. So again, it's really not so hard to pass. And how you can do it, how you upload your files, we take a look now. Let's get serious. What I did is I clicked on this big upload button here, and then you're here in the upload area. And here is something that makes Adobe really good, is they show clearly what are the recommendations to upload a file. They're not hidden somewhere on another site in the terms or something. You can see here everything you need to upload your work successfully. You can upload, for example, a PNG file. My POD people who watch this video, I wouldn't recommend this in the beginning. I go to this in a moment why I wouldn't recommend this. But you can, of course, even also later when your first works are approved, you can upload here your PNGs. You can upload JPEG files, very interesting for people who wanna make mid-journey art, for example, so AI art. And you can also upload vectors, AI, EPS, and SVG files. And you always see here the minimum standard, the maximum standard, and so on. And you can also upload videos, but we don't do videos, so you can ignore this. We tested it with EPS files, so vector files, and also transparent PNG files. And why I wouldn't recommend to use PNG in the beginning is the submission process, the checking from Adobe takes forever. If you upload your first works, it can take up to 2 or 3 weeks till it is approved. This is really the initial check, and after that it gets much faster. So if you upload your second or third design series, it will be approved in a day or even 60 minutes or something like that. But the initial check, do go in, they will review it manually, and it can really take weeks till you get accepted. And the one thing we noticed, so again, we tried with PNG and EPS, is that EPS files, so vector files, are checked much faster and also get approved much faster than PNG files. I think this is a very, very simple reason. Vector files, so EPS for example, is of course better, because when a customer from Adobe downloads a vector file, they can work with it, they can edit it, they can do with the file what they want, they can take the elements, whatever. And if you upload just a PNG file, or I think also a JPEG file, the customer from Adobe has to stick with it. You know, it's the PNG file and they have to take it like it is. And this is, I think, why Adobe likes it a lot better and also accepts it much faster when you upload vectors, because it also has the second advantage that it shows clearly if it is your work or not. You know, vector, you have to do the vector, you know, you have to do the elements and everything. And if you just upload a PNG or a JPEG, it could be from another person or from another site, and yeah, they simply don't find it in the internet, more or less. And this is, I think, why the checking takes longer. How it is for photography, to be honest, I'm not 100% sure. I could imagine that it is similar to JPEG files, but photography is usually, I think, also a JPEG file. So what I would really recommend is work with vectors. So if you have a designer, if you design yourself, this is ideal for you. Simply take an AI file, take an EPS file and upload it here, because vectors are approved much faster. And also for the vectors, you have to keep in mind how you save it and how you upload it and how you do this so it gets accepted here. I show you in the next take. And here is a little beep. Something I forgot and I should definitely mention is try to submit 10 good EPS or vector files in general. Not just one, not two, do it with 10, because then Adobe will see immediately if it is yours, if you can work, if your quality standard is high enough, and so on. So don't submit just 1 or 2 files, submit 10. We don't design ourselves, we have a designer, so I'm very sorry if I say here something that sounds maybe a little bit stupid, but I think you know what I mean. And also this here is German, but the functionalities are exactly the same, so this should also be good to go. There are 3 important but also very simple steps that you have to keep in mind when you make a vector file for Adobe, and I think also other stock photo sites. The first one is, of course, very important, that you don't have whole images in your vector file. Everything has to be a path, everything has to be an element. You see here, you have here all the elements that build this penguin. And this is very important. And of course, here also this text, these letters, these are also single elements. If you have here whole images, for example, pseudo is a whole image here, it won't be accepted. It really must be single elements, so users and customers from Adobe can download this vector and then work with it with every element. The second very important thing is that nothing is locked. So this little lock here is not allowed. I think it also makes them then not editable. I'm not 100% sure, but this is not allowed. It has to be open and the user has to work with everything here. And then the third point is when you save your file, for example, save as copy, then you can here choose, for example, Illustrator EPS file, and then you click on save. And here it is now very, very, very important that you use this Illustrator 10 EPS format. I think you can also use 8, but use 10. Simply use this one, this format, and then click OK and save it. And this is the 3 important steps you have to keep in mind when you make vectors for a stock site. And if you keep this in mind, you should be good to go and good to upload. And then your design or designs are prepared and you are ready to upload on stock sites. Simply take your EPS, PNG, JPEG, whatever file here in the upload area and drag and drop it in. And then it will take a moment to upload based how big your file is. And then you can click on your file or files and then here make the last step, enter your file type, category, your title and your keywords. Here also other options you could use, I think usually don't need, and then you can also type in here your title. Try maybe to be a little bit specific what happens on the image. For example, penguin in a fighter pose with text, and then you make this pseudo and so on. And then you can here paste your keywords. You can paste up to 49 keywords. I don't know why it's 50, it's 49. A small help here, if you have an account on flyingresearch.net, you have here a tag generator, and then you can simply generate here text, for example, for penguin, and then copy here to clipboard, and then you just have to copy paste it here. And yeah, you need at least 5 keywords, so you can paste it here, and then you have here your keywords. And if everything is ready, then you can submit this file. Here you have to choose yes or no, and then you would be able to submit this file and do this with 10 of your favorite files, your vector files, your best ones, and then send it here with submit in review, and then Adobe will check it. And as I said before, it will probably take 2 till 3 weeks till they checked it. And if it's free, then you can start uploading. I think you can also start right now uploading, but it doesn't make sense if everything gets rejected, you know what I mean? You shouldn't probably do this maybe. But yeah, if it goes through, you can upload the others. And this is how you start on Adobe Stock. So don't be afraid, use your chance, you can make good money here. This video should just be the beginning of building your stock empire. The process you see in the end with uploading your image, entering the description, entering the title, entering the category, searching for keywords and so on can be all automated with Flying Stock Upload. That is probably already out when you see this video, because we don't want to just publish 10 or 20 designs. No, we want to publish automatically if possible, and we want to have thousands of them, because this will also get our revenue much higher. This is it for today's video. If you have any questions, simply write it down in the comments. If you like this video, then hit like, hit subscribe, because more videos will follow in the future or are already up here. And you can also join our Discord channel, link also down in the description. And then I see you next time. My name is Tom, and till then,